Oh man. So last time we were using our new Zamazenta team, I made a slight adjustment to it. I added Fluttermane onto the team. Reason being is that I was using Raging Bolt mostly for, like, essentially I was using it for Pelipper and then Urshifu Rapid Strike, like that rain duo. The thing is, though, outside of that matchup, I noticed I wasn't using Raging Bolt as often anymore, just because I think there's been such a huge rise in Cali Ice, which, like, isn't shocking. It's the best restricted Pokemon in the format. I've been saying this for, like, I don't know how long now. But, yeah, with that having a higher usage, like, stat than, like, usual, it has made it a bit tougher to use Raging Bolt as often. So I switched over to Fluttermane just because I feel like it's good in most general matchups, and then it could still also be used against like that Pelipper, Urshifu Rain team. This team is sick though. What the heck? Oh man. Okay, so we got Giratina, which I have not. This is actually, I think, the first time I'm seeing Giratina be used in this format, but shockingly, it actually could be kind of a pain for my team now that I'm thinking about it, because Zamazenta can't really touch it. So we're going to have to really heavily rely, I think, on Urshifu this match in order to beat that thing. Yeah. We're going to lead Zama, though, and then Grimmsnarl. We could set up some Thunder Waves and then just kind of be very disruptive with it. Urshifu's really important here. The question... Well, actually, if I bring Fluttermane, I actually make my team really weak to the Iron Hands on the opposing side. Goodness. I kind of want to bring Landorus. Do I? Oh, let's think for a sec. If we bring Landorus, it actually wouldn't be that bad because we have Sludge Bomb for 3 of the stuff on this guy's team. Plus, it just hits for good general damage. So yeah, I think Landorus is the way to go. I just said Landorus really weird there. Was that just me? I don't know. Also, if you hear squeaking in the background, I'm just moving around in my chair, trying to get comfortable right now. So, all right. So let's see how this matchup is going to go. Giratina. This is going to be very interesting. I'm just hoping it's not like Terra Fairy, because I've been seeing a lot of like Eternatus recently, and they have been carrying Terra Fairy a lot, so that's been kind of tough. But yeah, so my opponent just flat out leads with it. Good thing we have Foul Play on Grimmsnarl, because that will do a lot of damage to it. I think the question that does pop up, however, is if this Giratina might be like weakness policy, because that actually used to be a thing like a long time ago. I think I just want to Thunder Wave it just to make it, just to be disruptive right now, and also like as the game continues on, it's going to add up paralysis turns, so that'll be very, very helpful for me. My opponent's probably going to do the same thing with Thunder Waving as well. I, of course, missed. And my opponent just parting shots. Oh, God. We are off to a great start. We're off to a really, really good really, really good beginning. Yeah, they're probably going to switch out into, like, Clefairy. Well, actually, it could be Iron Hands to switch out into. I was going to say maybe Clefairy. But we just have to see what's going to happen here. It's Rillaboom. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. I didn't think my opponent would actually bring Rillaboom into my team just because it has a bit of a poor matchup across the board. But I'm not going to complain. Okay, so this is going to be a special attacking Giratina. Usually they're physical attacking, but this is definitely a different set. So, let's think for a moment. We definitely want to body press Rillaboom. Do we just still click Thunder Wave? Yeah, I would say so, because it's not like Giratina could really hit Grimmsnarl. I'm assuming it's running like a Ghost and Dragon move, and then just like Protect as the last slot, because Protect is just a good, in general, move. We're able to KO the Rillaboom here, which is really good, so that's actually excellent for us. And my opponent's just going to Calm Mind again. Okay, so we do have to be careful because we don't want these Calm Minds stacking up too much and making Giratina a huge issue, because if it starts becoming a problem, then then I may not be able to beat it. So yeah, we're just gonna have to be careful here. We need to see what my opponent brings in. I'm assuming they're gonna bring back in Grimmsnarl and then just Parting Shot again. Yeah, like that would make the most sense to me. Unless they have Clefairy, I think now is the time you really should bring it in just to redirect away that Thunder Wave. But yeah. There's also a possibility my opponent did bring Iron Hands as well, so I don't know what is that. That is Smeargle. Okay, this is probably like a Spore Smeargle if I were to guess. Yeah, let's immediately Terra type Zamazenta because there's nothing else in the back that I really think is like a good Terra option right now. We'll just still keep clicking Thunderwave. I mean, there's no reason not to. My opponent very well could follow me, but also a lot of Smeargle do run Fake Out, so I wouldn't be shocked to see a Fake Out here on this turn. And then the next turn we could just set up a light screen finally. So, yeah. Let us see what shall happen. Okay, so what is my opponent Terra typing? Is that going to be Smeargle? Is that Terra Ghost? What is that? That is indeed Terra Ghost. Okay. So it's a good thing that they didn't Terra type Giratina because that actually makes the matchup for Urshifu a lot easier now. Obviously, like, the body press is going to do nothing here, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. I really should have thought about just clicking Heavy Slam there, so that's a little bit of my fault, but what can you do? Shadow Ball does way more damage than I thought it would. Oh my god. that did kind of a lot, if I'm gonna be very honest here. Alright, now I'm starting to get a little worried. I gotta I'm gonna be very frank here. Yeah, let's set up Light Screen because I don't want this Giratina just like going crazy on my team. Giratina is going to protect here, which is a little bit shocking to me. I wasn't expecting that, but I am not going to complain about it. Yeah, so Heavy Slam here. I'm wondering how much this is going to do to Smeargle. Does just under half. Makes sense that my opponent got the defense boost, so yeah. But we do get up Light Screen, which is going to make the matchup a little bit easier. It's just we need to be able to get in Urshifu at like a very opportune time. And right now, obviously, I don't think is great because my opponent could just very well attack the Grimmsnarl slot with like Shadow Balls and stuff. My opponent did get a defense drop, so like Heavy Slam I think might be able to kill Smeargle now. Should we just keep in Grimmsnarl and just keep clicking Foul Play until it wakes up? Yeah, no, I think that's the best play, just because Grimmsnarl can't get really affected by Giratina, because again, I am assuming it is Shadow Ball and like Dragon Pulse or something, and Grimmsnarl's not hit by either of those moves, so this is probably the most useful thing for me to do, and they can't really switch into Grimmsnarl for Smeargle, because then it's going to be catching a Heavy Slam, so either way, I think this should be okay here. Will this KO? I think it should. Yep, and we are able to pick up the knockup there, so that's really good. What does my opponent do? Are they going to go for like another Calm Mind or something? Because that would be pretty cool. Okay, so they do have Dragon Pulse. So like they have the set that I pretty much assumed they would have. Grimmsnarl still is asleep. Totally fine. Not the end of the world. I would like to get up a Thunder Wave soon. We were trying to do that on turn 1 of the game. But that has not happened yet. As much as I would love to Heavy Slam my opponent, they very well could just click Parting Shot again. But with them having Parting Shots, making me think to myself this might very well be Fake Out Grimmsnarl. So I'm actually going to just protect Zama here and just keep clicking Thunder Wave until I wake up with Grim. And then hopefully we could start clicking some foul plays eventually. So what is my opponent going to do? Do they have Fake Out? And it appears they don't have Fake Out. Okay, so what are they running on Grim here? Light Screen. Okay, so it's going to just be like dual screens with Parting Shot. My opponent obviously Dragon Pulses. Makes sense. Don't blame him for that. Parting Shot, Light Screen. They got to have some sort of attacking move, right? Yeah, probably. I'm just hoping that this is not like... Well, actually, Reflect wouldn't matter because Wicked Blow just crits anyway, which breaks through the screens. Grimmsnarl, of course, still is asleep. And my opponent is Reflect. Oh, man. Okay. I could probably bring in Landorus this next turn and just click Sludge Bomb into my opponent's Grimmsnarl. My question is, what is the last move going to be? Because that's the one that I'm uncertain about. Yeah, I wonder what they have as their last move. I'm assuming, like, Spirit Break maybe foul play. But yeah, we're going to just Sludge Bomb into Grimmsnarl here. This still should KO unless they do Parting Shot me, and then hopefully we finally wake up and get off the Thunder Wave that was meant for turn 1 of the game. So yeah, just got to wait for my opponent to make a decision, and then we'll see what happens. Grimmsnarl finally wakes up. Fantastic. Yeah, hopefully we could get some paralyses on Giratina, but I don't think we really need them at this point. Grimmsnarl is going to Parting Shot, makes total sense. You do want to lower the special attack at lander so you don't KO Grim, just to make the Grimmsnarl a bit more of a nuisance. And the Giratina is paralyzed. All right, so Grimmsnarl already putting in work. Fantastic. Let's just Sludge Bomb and then just click Foul Play. We don't really... Let's not force a switch into Urshifu, because if we lose it, then we could actually lose this game very well. So we're just going to keep clicking like Foul Play into Giratina, and then we should be able to start just clicking Earth Powers next turn, which is really good. My opponent hasn't revealed their last move in Giratina, but again, I am just assuming it is Protect, because, again, that's just a generally good move to have. Foul Play, how much will this do? That still does a lot. I think Giratina has base... Oh, well, we crit him, that's why. I think Giratina has base, what, like 120 attack, or is it 100? I always get mixed up between the Origin form and then this form of Giratina on which one has higher attack stat, but it's either 100 or 120, if I remember correctly. So yeah, we're just going to keep clicking Earth Power, Foul Play, and it still should do a lot of damage. Cool. Another Foul Play should be able to kill Giratina, and we get another Paralysis, so like totally fine, but again, we do have Dark Urshifu, so these powers aren't necessarily going to matter until we bring in Urshifu, so yeah, I'm pretty sure Foul Play, Earth Power here should be able to kill the Giratina. My opponent just forfeits, so that's pretty nice. Let's see where our rating ends up going up to, and then I will tell you guys what the song of the day is, because I got a pretty good song for today. Oh man, okay, I was about to say, did my game just crash because the screen was black for like a little bit? And I was like, oh man. Maybe it did crash. Oh no, it didn't, thank goodness. Let's see. The rating did not update. Okay, hold on. Let's just keep clicking updating. It's not going to? Oh man. Just give it a sec, guys. The system might just be a little backed up right now. It has not changed. Okay, so what I'll do is off camera, I'll just take a photo of whatever the rating jumped up to. So yeah. With that being said, the song of today is going to be Panama by Van Halen. Really good song, just like all the other songs I told you guys. The first time I actually heard Panama, shockingly, was when I was like in high school. Most people hear it when they're like kids, but I think my parents didn't necessarily expose me to the song because it's about some nefarious stuff that I can't really talk about. But yeah, really good song. Really do enjoy it. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, have a great weekend, and I will see you all next time.